What's up everybody, it's Robin Gaming here. So, PlayStation boss Jim Ryan is going at it again. I was already talking a bit about it yesterday, but of course, he is known for, in the past few years, saying some controversial stuff, speaking his mind a lot of the time, and being very straightforward in that, which gamers sometimes fell over and stuff. So he's caused some controversy in the past. Basically, in the same interview that I was talking about in yesterday's video with the Telegraph, they also asked him about how he feels about the competition, of course, because the Xbox One X is going to be coming out in, I think, about a week from now, right? It's obviously looking to be a more powerful system than the PS4 Pro. And so they asked him, how he and how PlayStation feels about the difference in power, the difference in specifications, and if he thinks, whether that matters or not. So let's quickly read what he had to say. He says, "Specs are interesting, but that's all that they are. Specifications. The proof is in how the games look and which games they are. You saw last night that there was a great range of games, many of which are exclusive to our platform and that you will only find on a PS4 Pro," of course he also means a regular PS4, "that I think allow us to feel, as I said almost 3 times last night, that we remain the best place to play. Certainly for us it is one of the key differentiators, yes. Games like Uncharted 4, we just had Gran Turismo, a whole range of stuff from studios located in Japan and Europe, obviously Horizon Zero Dawn from Guerrilla Games here in Europe, West Coast of America. We've spent a lot of time nurturing that network of studios, a lot of time over many years and a lot of hard work. But we think now that it's a big asset for us." I don't really want to be repeating myself here, because of course we've been saying for the longest already. I think that's kind of what the message from gamers has been for the last few months already towards Microsoft, is that the problem, the real only problem that Microsoft has right now is obviously the games. And I'm not saying that power was never an issue. Of course the Xbox One was a more or a less powerful, I guess, console than the PS4 and stuff, so it's cool that the console is being made. I'm not saying that. You gotta move along with the time. It's always gonna be that way, where consoles will keep getting more powerful over time, and in a few years PlayStation 5 will once again be more powerful than the Xbox One X, and that's the way it goes. But the real issue that Microsoft has been ignoring now and is still not looking to really face the facts in, and that they don't want to do anything about it, is the fact that they are lacking so much in their actual games department, and that's what gaming is ultimately about. The Xbox One X will be a cool console for a certain group of gamers that, for example, want to play the third-party games the best that they can look and stuff on a console. If they don't particularly like the PC and stuff, that's cool, but it's a very small group of people, and in general the games, the actual exclusives and stuff, are a very big deal of what makes a certain console stand out over another. And that's really where the issue lies right now, is that not only is there an issue in the actual quantity of Xbox exclusives coming out right now, because that's the thing, Microsoft owns so few studios. They've got maybe 4 or 5 big studios. Not just that, they always work on the same games. It's Halo, it's Forza, it's Gears. It's never really something original or new or mind-blowing in that way. Maybe they've got Rare or a studio like that will every now and then work on something that is at least slightly different from another type of game that they make. But that's pretty much all that it comes down to. And if we're talking about other Xbox exclusives that come out, it always has to come from different studios that they don't actually own, that they gotta arrange certain deals for. You get a Sunset Overdrive type situation, or Rise of the Tomb Raider, where the game was a timed exclusive and still came out to the PS4 a year later. Then the other issue is, of course, that they're bringing everything out on the PC, which pretty much completely brings the value down of owning an Xbox console, because a PC will always be more powerful than the Xbox One X. That's why I don't get the whole power narrative either, because you're bringing the games out on a system that's even more powerful, and it's called the PC. So why does the power even matter in the One X then, that much? That's what I don't understand either. Once again, they're bringing the value down of owning an Xbox console, so in that way making Xbox a much more irrelevant brand over time. And that's definitely not the direction that I would take, the brand in. And then the other, and I guess really the biggest issue is, of course, also the quality of the exclusive games, is that Microsoft needs to realize that power alone never actually makes your games more impressive or stand out over the competition. It's also the talented studios behind the project that can actually put the effort required into a game to make it impressive. Once again, Jim Ryan pointed out Uncharted 4, of course, and that's a great example, but it counts for many of the, Sony exclusive games, is that they have have great studios behind them that can actually make sure that those games impress you. A 4K game is not by definition going to be more impressive than a 1080p game, because that's not just what it's all about, frame rate and resolution. You know, like that's of course what a more powerful console is gonna do. But at the same time, that doesn't always matter too much. The reason why a studio like Naughty Dog with Uncharted 4, with the upcoming Last of Us Part 2 stands out is because that they actually put effort into making sure that the game doesn't just have a good resolution and stuff, but that it's also actually impressive in the environments, the quality, the detail that goes into them, the character models that are of such high fidelity that it's just absolutely mind-blowing. The story actually that gets a lot of, you know, effort put into it. The voice work, the animations, you know, like all of that requires lots of time, effort, money, all of that, right? And that's what Microsoft refuses to see, and that's the, you know, the real reason why so many of their games are lacking compared to what comes out on the PlayStation, is because they are not willing to, you know, make that many games and to actually like put the time and effort into them to make them, and actually, you know, build the studios and stuff that can make experiences like that. They are just lacking the talent right now, and in that way they are lacking the impressive games. And so once again, it's interesting how Microsoft is promoting the Xbox One the Xbox One X as the most powerful console and stuff, and hashtag fuel true power and everything. But we just saw the Last of Us Part 2 trailer. We've seen the God of War footage. We've seen the first in-game, I guess, or in-engine at least, trailers of Death Stranding and, you know, you name it and stuff, or just Horizon Zero Dawn that came out this year. And all of those games pretty much look more impressive, or just as impressive at least, as what Microsoft is showing, because they do not have the capabilities to make a game that can actually show off that power that the Xbox One X is supposed to have. And that's really the issue, is, you know, is Super Lucky still going to be more impressive than The Last of Us 2? No, it won't be, because it doesn't, you know, it goes for a different art style. We still need to see a lot of actual games that can prove to be more impressive than The Last of Us Part 2, but I can already tell you right now, they're not gonna have them, because they do not have the studios that can actually make a game like that. And that's really sad to me to see, because I know for sure, if they would start doing that, if they would start making or building a studio like Naughty Dog that can make such, you know, standout type of experiences, me and many other gamers would be out here, you know, willing to buy an Xbox for that, because we want to play great games. That's all that it really comes down to. Gamers want to play great games. And so it's time for them to start offering those. Anyway, that's pretty much all that I wanted to say in this video. Let me know how you feel about it, of course, in the comments. How do you feel about the Xbox One X launch coming up and what Jim Ryan said about it? And then for now, thanks a lot for watching, everybody, and hope to see you again next time.